So, hello everyone. Today we have a special guest on our channel. We have Tanya with us, who is appearing for the second time on our channel. So, Tanya, welcome again. Would you like to introduce yourself for the new viewers?
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Tanya and I'm a 2023 graduate. I have been a software engineer at Google for around 6 months now. Here at Google, I'm working with the privacy, safety, and security team. And thanks, Ashish, for inviting me again. And I hope I'm able to provide some valuable insights to our viewers.
Sure, definitely. So, like she said, Tanya has cracked Google off campus, which is a pretty amazing feat. So, we're going to know all about her journey. So, Tanya, start us off with your interview experience. How did you apply? What all happened?
Okay, so I was not actively looking out for any opportunities at that time, but when Google came calling, I asked my recruiter to, give me a few weeks to prepare for me to brush up on my DSA skills and all. So I practiced some important topics like graphs, trees, and there are a lot of resources online for last minute practice. So I use those resources. I use the Strivers SDE sheet, which is very famous, to practice some important questions, and that was enough for me to prepare for Google. Coming to my experience, for L3 role at Google, we have a
Mm-hmm.
total of 5 interview rounds. The first round
Okay.
is the telephonic screening round, which is a coding round, and the next 3 rounds are the on-site or online coding rounds, and the last round is Googliness and leadership round. So, first 4 rounds will be entirely technical. You'll be asked coding question based on DSA, and each interview typically lasts for about 45 to 50 minutes, starting with a brief introduction, which should take no more than 2 to 5 minutes. The bulk of the time, which is around 35 to 40 minutes, is dedicated to problem solving. You can expect one or two coding questions, possibly with multiple parts. And finally, we usually have about 2 to 3 minutes for us to ask any questions if we have from the interviewer. Now, Googliness and leadership round is Google's way to find out if we are a culture fit for that environment. So your interviewer will ask you some scenario based questions, and you'll be judged on qualities like teamwork, leadership, etc.
Yeah.
So that was my experience. And after, if you clear these rounds, you'll have a fit call with your manager, the team which you're going to join. Then you'll have hiring committee reviews. So all of those are internal, but major process is these 5 rounds.
Nice. And pretty much everyone knows that, Google has very tough DSA question. Like they ask around lead code medium or even lead code hard questions majority of the time.
Right.
So definitely if someone has cracked DSA round of Google, then it means that they have good DSA skills. So I want to know more about your DSA preparation. Like how did you focus and, improve your problem solving skills?
In college, I used to do DSA like quite frequently. I've done a lot of questions. I used to prepare on lead code only. So when I was preparing for interviews back in college, I used to practice a lot on lead code. I used to do again medium to hard as the level which Google prefers. So I used to do those questions. And at the time when I was like specifically preparing for Google, I did this drivers SD sheets, which covers like
Yeah,
pretty much everything.
pretty much everything.
Yes, it covers the important topics like graphs, we have TPs, so it covers everything. So I did those questions, and I think that was pretty much it. Also, it is very important to have your fundamentals clear when it comes to DSA. Again, yes.
So for like the fundamentals or the theory part of DSA, so to speak, did you refer to any resources or like how did you prepare them?
No, I just used to, I just used to go through some of the videos on YouTube, like any sort of video which explains the concept, and then I used to practice a lot. I used to practice concept wise or topic wise. Everything I used to practice like that.
I guess the main thing is practice. No matter how many strategies and all you try, you cannot run away from practicing, right?
Exactly. Confidence comes with practice. It's very, very important.
Hmm. So can we get a number of problems you have solved? Not that it means much, but any range of problems that you've solved, numbers of problems you have solved.
Probably around say 600, 700 problems. Maybe more
Hmm.
than that. I don't really remember. But in
Yeah.
college, we just do a
Yes.
lot of problems on a lot of
Yeah.
platforms here and there. So I
Hmm.
think 600, 700.
एंड आई थिंक वो कॉलेज का जो ग्राइंड फेज रहता है ना डीएसए का, दैट ऑलवेज स्टेज विथ यू। उसके बाद फिर आपको बस उसको रिवाइज करने की जरूरत पड़ती है।
Exactly.
एक बार यू डू दैट ग्राइंड देन इट विल स्टे विथ यू फॉर एवर, यू विल नॉट लूज इट।
Exactly. And that's why I'm saying that, having your fundamentals clear is very important when it comes to DSA.
Hmm. Okay. And for a company like Google, like, does it focus completely on DSA, or do you think projects development that also matters as much?
It focuses completely on DSA. The coding rounds are going to be DSA only, like pure DSA. They are not going to ask you about your projects or your previous experience in the coding round. Your experience might come in handy when you're on a fit call with your
Hmm.
manager,
Yeah.
or when you're when you're sharing some of your experience in the Googliness and leadership round. But other than that,
Hmm.
only DSA.
तो मतलब you have to do DSA if you want to crack a company like Google, right? No way around it. No DSA versus development.
No, not
Only
at all.
DSA.
Only DSA.
Huh. All right. So on a final note, to all of the people who are watching this video, freshers who also want to crack a company like Google, a product-based company, what advice would you like to give them?
Okay, again, I would like to highlight this thing that in terms of data structures and algorithms, it is very important to have your fundamentals clear. If you have been away from coding for a while, brush up on your skills in your strongest language. And for Google, they look for a clean, well organized code. And it is very important. The small things are very important, like meaningful variable names when you're giving the interview. So make sure that you are in a habit of writing a clean code. You don't have to, stress over minor syntax error or remembering the exact library calls. What truly matters is your approach to problem solving and your ability to produce a code which is both functional as well as maintainable. Next advice would be to practice writing code. And when I say writing code, you should write actual code, not just pseudo code. Get comfortable with a whiteboard, a paper, or even a simple Word document. So a lot of times, your interview is going to happen on a Word doc, just a Word doc, and this is crucial because during the interview you don't have a compiler to catch your mistakes. You can't run your code in a Google interview. So the focus is going to be on your thought process and your problem solving ability.
Hmm.
Mm.
I guess in most of the interviews, the main thing that they will focus on is the thought process, right? Unless you're able to communicate that, nothing much is going to happen, right? You
Right.
won't get much
And
progress.
again, communication is also very important, as you said. You should be able to communicate your ideas to your interviewer. You should be able to explain your code. You should be able to come up with the
Hmm.
edge cases or the test cases. That's very.
Hmm. Right, right. Okay, so I guess that covers pretty much everything about how to crack a company like Google. Thanks again, Tanya, for coming on my channel for a second time. Hope to see you again soon in another video. And if anyone still has any doubt, or if they want to ask a particular question, or if they want some good content, then they can also follow Tanya's LinkedIn. She also posts some great content on there as well. So yeah, you can connect with her from there, follow her from there. And yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much, Ashish, for inviting me. And thank you, everyone.